Hey guys, Roberto, Stephanie here. Good to see you again. And yes, just shooting you another video full of information, full of stuff that can help you guys. I know how it is when you're getting started out, understanding all of this PPC, CPC, CPM, CPA, and understanding actually when to use what and how to use them. So I just wanted to shoot a quick video just giving you some information on what to do, on what they are, and basically when I use them. So let's get started. PPC and CPC, these are both pretty much the same. You're paying per click. So every time someone clicks on your ad or clicks on your email link or anything like that, you are paying for that click. Okay. Now the difference between them is pay-per-click is usually used with like Google AdWords and those sort of platforms, where CPC is usually dealing with like solo ads, email ads, displays, those sort of things. So those aren't really difficult to understand. They're both they can be they can be low cost traffic sources just for testing things out, and they do work well. I'll explain a bit later how I use them all once I've gone through the whole list. Okay, so let's move on to CPM. CPM, basically cost per million, 1,000 impressions. So if you are running a banner ad with one of these traffic providers, you would then basically pay them for 1,000 times. Per 1,000 times they displayed that banner. It doesn't matter how many people click on it or if nobody clicks on it, the price is still the same, and you still pay per 1,000 impressions. So every 1,000 times that thing is displayed, you pay that once. You obviously set up your campaign to a certain limit, so however many 1,000 times falls within that limit, but you are paying per 1,000 impressions, per 1,000 times it is displayed online. It can also be a very low cost way of traffic, and great for testing out campaigns. So let's move on to CPA. CPA is cost per action. Now this action, there's a bit of misunderstanding between this. Cost per action can also be cost per click. An impression, a click, all of this is an action. But when we talk about CPA, when you're buying CPA online, then you are paying for a sale. So you are paying for a completed transaction. Now this is high cost because obviously you are paying for a completed transaction. You're not just paying for a click or an impression or a lead or anything like that. So this is your higher cost, and there's a right time to use this where it can work beautifully for you. You just need to know when to use it. So basically let's move on to CPL. Now cost per lead, exactly what it sounds like. You are paying for a subscriber. This is dealing more with people that are wanting to build their email list, subscription lists, and things like that. So you can go to places on the internet and pay per lead. So these guys will keep on advertising your ad until they deliver the amount of leads that you have purchased, amount of sign-ups, subscribers that you have purchased. It's a medium cost way of traffic. It's not quite as costly as CPA, but it's not as obviously cheap as CPC and PPC. Okay, so now let's move on when I use when I use them and what I use them for. You see, when I'm first testing out a campaign or an ad or anything like that, you need to first work out your numbers, see if your ad is firstly converting, capturing, and everything is working right. So if say I started an ad, then I would run it with PPC, CPC, and CPM. Once those are running and I get my results back, I can work out based on my results, am I making money off of it? What's my return on investment? How much am I making off of how much am I spending? So if with one of the, say I'll go PPC and I spend $100 or $500 on a campaign, and we'll first test it out low cost, so we'll probably only set it to like $100, and I'll make sales that bring in 150. Then I know my return on investment. I know that based on what I've spent, I'm bringing in more. And then what I would usually do is I would test it. If I had to get good results from say one source and then from another source, I would test it once more, and once I know it's converting well and my ad is doing well, I would then take it to CPL and CPA, and roll it out, scale it up big, because once you know your campaign is converting well and it's converting into sales, then you can scale it up, and that's when you can make a lot of money very quickly. But the thing is, you have to act fast, and you have to be certain, because you can lose a lot. If you're going CPA, it's expensive, but you are paying per action. Now when you know your things are converting, then you're really making a lot of money, and you're making a lot of money quickly. The same as CPL. CPL is not as effective as CPA, but depending what you're working with. If you're converting your leads into sales, then it's a great way. If you're building your list, or if you're using email autoresponders to build a relationship with your list, then you go CPL. They get you the leads. You work on those subscribers and convert them into sales. They're both these are both very effective. But you just need to know when to use them. So basically, so that's it. Basically, for testing out a campaign in the beginning, low cost, just seeing your numbers, use PPC, CPC, and then CPM. Once you have tested out 2 or 3 times, and you are getting good results, good numbers, good conversions, good sales, then scale up on these ones, but then take it to CPA as well, and CPL as well. Then you're going across all of them, and do it quickly, because when things are fired up, when things are cooking, and a product or a campaign is working well, you need to take advantage of that. You need to act quickly, and then that's like like my mentor says, like Vic says, it's like printing money, because you know your things are you're making sales. All you need to do is basically then say, okay, how much money do I want to make? Do I want to make this much amount of money? Well, if based on these results that I'm getting made from these advertising models, I'm bringing in this much. So if I spend this much, I'll bring in that much. So it's very easy. I'll shoot a video later on how to work out your ROI, how to work out your return on investment, and set up an awesome campaign that gets converting. But this was pretty much just to show you online advertising models, give you some good information. And yes, I hope this helped you guys. Let me know, drop a post. Or even email me. I'm sure you guys have my email address by now. And yeah, that's it, guys, from me. I hope it's helping you. And stay positive, stay strong, and I know you'll do well online. Ciao.